All right, guys, we're on First Kings chapter 13. So First Kings 13, remember, Solomon is not the king anymore. I think he actually died. So we had Solomon's son, remember, Jeroboam chosen to be king because Solomon's his vices of women. So I think Solomon's dead already. But Solomon has a son named Rehoboam. He thinks he's the heir to the throne of Israel. So he's has his people with him. He's growing, right? Remember, the people are starting to they like Jeroboam. Jeroboam seems to be getting Israel on his side. So there's a little division right here. So Rehoboam, obviously David, his grandfather David, remember when David was fighting against Saul, David had Judah on his side. And Judah was actually made up, which is fascinating. Judah was made up of the people that weren't really liked, the criminals or the people in debt in Israel at the time. They were like, oh fucking David's like an outcast. Saul wants to kill him. Let's go join David. So that made up Judah. And so Judah is still like loyal to the lineage of David. So Rehoboam, David's grandson, there's like a civil war. So Judah and Benjamin are kind of linked up right now, and versus the house of Israel, which is Jeroboam, the new king. So right here I made some notes. King Rehoboam, the tyrant, is being rebelled against. The new king Jeroboam versus Rehoboam, which is David's not I put David's son, but David's grandson. So we're on First Kings chapter 13. We had about a page and 3/4. So let's see what happens here. And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. So I think the guy's going to reproach Jeroboam as he's by the altar. And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David. I wonder who this child is. Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer the priest of the high places that burn incense upon thee. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Now I remember what I read yesterday. Remember, Jeroboam, he's creating these false fucking statues. He's already messing up. He barely became king and he's already messing up. So somebody came, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is a sign which the Lord had spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, Lay hold on him. So he's giving people commands like, grab him, lay hold on him. And his hand which he put forth against him dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him. Wow, some sort of miracle right here occurred. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said unto the man of God, Entreat now the face of the Lord thy God, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored to me. So something crazy happened to Jeroboam's hand, according to this book. And the man of God besought the Lord, and the king's hand was restored again, and became as it was before. And the king said unto the man of God, Come home with me, and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of God said unto the king, If thou wilt give me half thy house, I will not go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so was it charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, Eat no bread, nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest. So he's like, No, I can't do it. So he went another way and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel. And his son came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel, the words which he had spoken unto the king. Them they told also to their father, and their father said unto them, What way went he? Like, where is this prophet guy? For his sons had seen the way the man of God went, which came from Judah. Interesting, right? And he said unto his sons, Saddle me the ass. So grab the donkey. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon, and went after the man of God, and found him sitting under an oak. So the man of God was sitting under an oak tree. And he said unto him, Art thou the man of God that camest from Judah? So it's a man of God came from Judah. So it's very interesting. So let me write a little note right there. Man of God came to Judah. Man of God came to Judah. I remember he did something to Jeroboam's hand. Jeroboam, he affected Jeroboam's hand, right? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, Come home with me and eat bread. And he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, Thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. So again, another man asked him to. So imagine some guy does some crazy wild shit to the king. And then he's like, dude, I want to talk to this guy. Who is this guy? He's like, no, I can't. Like, I'm not allowed to. God told me not to. He said unto him, I am a prophet also as thou art. And an angel spoke unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, Bring him back with thee into thy house, that he may eat bread and drink water. Oh, so this guy's trying to trick him. He's like, I'm a prophet too. And some angel said for me to bring you in my house, but he lied unto him. So he went back with him and did eat bread in the house and drank water. Oh, shit. Why would he believe him? And it came to pass as they sat at the table that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back, and he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast kept not the commandment which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back, and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place of the which the Lord did say to thee, Eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy fathers. And it came to pass after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled for, so he was ready to leave. He saddled for his ass, his donkey. Sounds funny. To wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way. Damn, I forgot eaten by a lion. It wasn't his fault. He got tricked. That's kind of sad. I don't like that. I don't like that. And his carcass was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass, and they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, It is the man of God who was disobedient unto the word of the Lord. Therefore the Lord had delivered him unto the lion. Is this like the Lion of Judah right here? Sort of, right? And he spoke to his son, saying, Saddle me the ass. And they saddled him, and he went and found his carcass in the cast. He went and found his carcass cast in the way, and the ass and the lion standing by the carcass. So the donkey and the lion were just standing by it, which is peculiar, right? You think the lion would eat the fucking donkey. And the lion had not eaten the carcass, nor torn the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of God. Well, why are they calling him a prophet, though, right? And laid it upon the ass and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and bury him. And he laid his carcass in his own grave, and they mourned over him, saying, Alas, my brother. And it came to pass after he had buried him that he spoke to his son, saying, When I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones for the saying which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar of Bethel, and against all the houses of high places which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass. So lay my bones beside his bones, for the saying which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethel, and against all the houses of the high places which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass. So I wonder what he means by Samaria. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way. So Jeroboam never changed. Jeroboam he didn't care, but made again the lowest of the people priest of the high places. Whosoever would, he consecrated him, and he became one of the priests of the high places. And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam. So he made again the lowest of the people priest of the high places. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, meaning lowest, like the most like corrupt and the bad behaved, right? Not the poor people. I'm assuming it's people who were corrupt, right? They were just corrupt. This thing became the sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off. So he was so bad, this is what caused him to be destroyed, and to destroy it from off the face of the earth. So Jeroboam didn't listen. Jeroboam continues to rebel. Jeroboam continues to rebel. makes me think about Netanyahu and how much how much does it affect him to be the king? Like he's the king of Israel. He's the president of Israel. Yes, it's a democracy. It's not a monarchy. But again, if that's the same people of Israel in the Bible, like man, like would you think he's that powerful? I mean, think about it. Very interesting, right? It's very, very fascinating. Like you think he goes home and looks in the mirror, reads this book, and said, "Damn, I'm in the same position Jeroboam was in a long time ago. I'm Saul. I'm David. I'm Solomon. I'm literally the head of the lineage of Abraham. You know, like it's very interesting. Like the psychology, right? I often ask myself the psychology of a Jewish person when he reads this. Like I'm the chosen one of God, right? Then they also been through a lot of shit in history too. A lot of violence has happened. A lot of violence has happened to Israel, whether good or bad, whether you like them or you don't. It's it should happen less. This like 80 years ago, dude. 80 years ago, they were fucking on the brink of extinction, bro. Like they would have been destroyed if the Nazis would have just kept their shit in between the dividing lines. But they wanted to conquer the world, and they went to Poland, went to different places, and yeah, it's very fascinating, y'all. Peace.